it's me arriving at the MOT station, Wright Automotive in Syston, Leicestershire. Highly recommended, I've used them for years and they're really good guys there. So if you're local, check them out. And the car's now on the ramp, getting ready for the MOT. The lights are on. It drove really well on the way down here, so hopefully it's all good. No problems that I can see. The steering felt really nice and there was no play in anything, but we'll see. So here's a quick look underneath the car. Everything looks pretty normal really. It's what you'd expect for a 25-year-old car, but there's nothing horrendous. I can't really see many new parts. The oil filter looked quite new, so I think it's had a recent oil change, but there was nothing that scared me, which is the main thing really. So yeah, it's all done and coming down off the ramp, so let's see how she gets on. Right then, the MOT's been done. Will it be good or bad news? Let's have a look. And it's a pass, happy days. So 2 advisories, both for front brake pipes. They actually don't look too bad. They're a little bit, we've got a little bit of surface rust on them, so they can probably be rubbed down and dressed, and that'll sort those out. But yeah, happy with that. So we're now able to crack on and do some proper driving and get some miles under its belt and give it a proper shakedown, but all seems good. The air conditioning is amazing. That works really, really well. Few rattles and squeaks here and there, but on the whole, it drives pretty well. So yeah, I'm pleased about that. So the next step will be to change these horrible seats, sort the stereo out, and generally give the whole thing a tidy. You probably can't see it on the video, but there's some window tint that someone's had done to the back window, so that needs to come out. And yeah, I think while the seats are out, we'll give the carpets a good clean. Need to get a new cover for this. But we're getting there now. I feel like we're actually kind of in front and the car is getting closer to being finished. So we're back from the MOT. It's a few days later now. I haven't actually used the car since getting it back, because I've been absolutely snowed under at work, unfortunately. But it's Good Friday today and the sun's shining, so I thought I'd do a few jobs on the car. I want to try and change these seats for a good used pair that I've got. And while the seats are out, I'm going to give it all a good vacuum and possibly a wet vac if I feel like it needs it. But I'm just going to see what the situation is when the seats are out, and see if maybe we'll find some buried treasure under these. Who knows? I've had import cars before where I've found Japanese coins and stuff, so that's quite interesting. I also want to clear out all of the old parts, well, they're not old, they're new, out of the back, and clean the back end up and get rid of this horrible window tint, which I'll show you now. You probably can't see it on camera, but it's got a really horrible scruffy window tint that I'm going to remove. These are the seats. They're a bit dusty and they need a clean, but they're going to be a dramatic improvement to the ones that are in here, because that driver's seat is just awful. The squab in the bottom is completely solid and it's just not very comfortable at all. So yeah, let's crack on and start by clearing the boot. Oh, that's something else that I need to do today as well, fit this under tray back on, otherwise the ECU is not going to last very long. I've got a nice big plastic box that I'm just going to chuck all this stuff in now. While I'm going through all this stuff, if this is the first time that you've seen the channel, head over to have a look at my other videos. I've got a few other videos on this car. We're on part 4 at the moment, but it's taken me quite a while to get to where I am. It took me ages just to get the car running reliably. So if you're interested in watching me fiddle about and get very frustrated, then give us a subscribe and you'll be updated on everything that happens. But my plan for the car, which I haven't really talked about up until now, is to hopefully sell it on for a profit, but make it as good as I can possibly get it first. So for whoever buys it, it's a really good investment, really, and a really fun thing to smoke around in. I've said it before and I'll say it again, but these C5s are really good fun, and if you haven't driven one, I'd highly recommend trying to find one to have a go in because they're pretty cool, especially on a day like today when you can have the Targa roof off. And actually, I think they're just nice to be around and to work on. They're pretty well built, and everything seems to be, other than the PCM issues that I had, easily fixable, which is good. Oh, the boot's nice and clear now anyway. Needs a good hoover. Just to show you as well, while it's empty, the storage in a Corvette is really good. Oh, now that got in there. If anyone would like that as a free gift, leave a comment, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll pick somebody at random and send it out to you. There you go. First giveaway on the channel. So yeah, these are really quite clever little pockets of space here, and obviously the Targa roof clips into the back. Oh, on the subject of the Targa roof, we just have a look at it. I suspect that this is a painted clear roof, because my old C5, I'm sure, had a headlining. So if anyone could tell me in the comments if that's actually supposed to be like that, it's a 99 car, or whether it's meant to have a headlining, let me know, because I don't know. I just think it might be a clear roof that's been painted, but could be wrong. This speaker grill looks a bit loose, so I'm going to have a look at it and see what's going on. Oh, right. No rear speakers. Not to worry. So I wonder how that goes back on there. Looks like it just sort of pops on. Oh well, I wanted to replace the speakers anyway, so it's no big deal. I would have preferred it if there were speakers in the back, but hey ho. I worry about seeing how that fits on another time. So it's all just a bit black and dingy, really. I like to see the boot space. I think it looks quite cool. I don't want to see just a solid sea of black. I know you could argue that it hides what's in there, but to be honest, my boot's empty most of the time, so I don't really care. Anyway, let's see if we can peel some of this off. I'm hoping that it just unpeels, but we shall see.
That tint on there,
yeah, that's going to come off nicely, isn't it? Hopefully. Oh, it's leaving a sticky residue though. I'm hoping that this is one of those things, once you get going with it, it gets easier. Starting to make a bit of progress now. So it seems to be coming off in big sections, which is good. That's what I wanted. Otherwise I'll have no nails left. It is leaving a bit of a residue on the screen, which I'll have to clean afterwards, but I'll worry about that later. I want to get all of this off first, and then I can clean it at some point later on. I'm going to say something controversial now. I reckon, obviously I've talked in other videos about people thinking that Corvettes are naff and they're crap sports cars and they're American, etc., not as good as European cars. But I think part of the reason why they've got a slightly iffy image, you know, they haven't really got much street cred, is because a lot of people that own these, they don't tastefully, well, half the time they're modified, and they've always got a lot of naff add-ons like this film. The design's a great design, and then ruined by this stupid tint. It's just stuff like that, you know, like stick-on badges that aren't meant to be there, and chrome bits. Like, I don't know if you've seen in the door shuts. I'll see if I can crawl through and show you, but this irritates me. These aftermarket Corvette sill plate things, they look shite. They need to go. And it's stuff like that that just sort of, you know, makes it look a bit shit. But yeah, so I'm getting on it now with this, and hopefully it'll be off soon. Coffee time. And that's it now. That's all off, apart from this sticky residue, which I can sort. And there's one little piece, or a couple of little pieces here that are really stubborn. So I'll whiz those ones off somehow. Something else I do need to do is I need to stick this back on there somehow. I've seen a product called Permatex, which is like a glue basically that's conductive. I think you put on there and then just push it on. Anyone had any success with that? Let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to know how to address that, because I don't really drive this car in the rain or in cold weather, but I just like to have everything working really. So yeah, if you got any tips for me on that, I'm all ears. Let's have a look at an after. Now the film's gone, see what it looks like. You probably can't see it on the camera, but that looks loads better. I'm very, very happy with that. Superb detailing and clarity on my empty mug of coffee there. Cool, right, so I think what I'm going to do now is take the seats out. So let's have a quick look at how we're going to do that. Looks like it's just 2 bolts at the back. And then I think the bolts on the front are going to be the same, but they're under these little clips. So I have to work out how to take those off. But yeah, this looks straightforward. And then obviously I've got the electrics. So I think what I'll do is I'll pull it forward to give myself lots of room. Get these 2 bolts out. So it's just I think they're a 15 mil either side. So I'll whiz those out. I don't think these are going to be seized, but I'm just going to whiz a bit of WD on there just to help them. See how tight they are. I suspect they're going to be quite tight. Oh, need an extension. Or a long socket, should I say. There we go. One clip successfully extracted without breaking it. So we'll do the same on this one. Perfect. Cool, so these should just come off somehow. Try and be gentle because I don't want to break any bits of plastic. That's it. So that pushes. So there's a little tab on there, and that just locates into there. Presumably this one's the same. There we go. So they're off. The thing I'm not sure about on this is the situation with the wiring, whether it's a plug or whether I've got to desolder or anything. Oh yeah, that's all right. It's coming undone nicely. I'd imagine that it's on a plug, and I'd imagine it's fairly easy to take the seat out. But I'll get it loose first and tilt it forward and have a look. You can actually still see copper slip on these threads. I wonder if these seats have ever been out. Must have been out at some point. Right then, so all 4 bolts are out. In theory, yeah, the seat should be loose, which it is. So I've got to try and tip it up and see what's underneath it. I wonder if that clips to the seat. Anyway, it's just 2 connectors, so I'll whiz those out, and we should be free. They look a bit furry, so I'm going to give those a clean while I'm in here. Wonder if these ones are the same. No, those ones aren't too bad. I think that's signal and that's power, maybe, because they're fatter spades in there. I think we're ready to extract. And that's the first one out. I don't know what that key's from. I wonder if it's from that. Does it say anything on it? No, I don't think it's from this car. But I'll put it in there for now. What's this? I think that looked like an American coin under there. The carpets aren't bad. I think they'll clean up nicely. I think I will wet vac them while I'm here, because it seems a shame to waste the opportunity. Look at that. What have we got here? United States of America. It's a quarter. 1987. What do you know? And then I've got a dime. Can't see the date on that. And a cent. Wonder if that's got a date. 1989. Late 80s. And then there's another one here. I don't think I can get that one. That's properly trapped in. Oh, more coinage. I knew I'd find treasure. Another dime. Funny. I don't know, there's something quite satisfying about taking seats out and then having a good route around under them. But you always find something. Put those over there for now. Right then, let's have a little look under the passenger seat. All seems all right. This carpet's not very good. I'm going to try and replace that, because that's just looks a bit scrappy, doesn't it? Yeah, the rest of the carpets are all right. I think I'll give it a quick vacuum, and then I think I'll whiz out the wet vac and give it a proper wet vac before the seats go in. So that's the first pass with the vacuum cleaner, just to get the loose dirt up. And I'm going to whiz out the old bizzle, and not going to go crazy. I'm just going to give it a light machine clean, because I think it's probably got quite a lot of ingrained dirt. I mean, to be honest, the car doesn't smell. It's not too bad, but while I've got the seats out, it seems a shame not to just give the carpets a thorough clean. I am not a detail expert, and I don't like cleaning cars. So if you think that I'm doing a terrible job of this, it's tough luck, unfortunately, because all I want to do is a quick and dirty clean up to try and get most of the loose crap out of it. So I've got a nice solution of clean soapy water. I'm just using basically washing machine liquid detergent, and yeah, got a stiff brush for the tough bits, bit of vanish oxy action. Let's see how well this comes up then. This thing is ridiculously noisy, by the way, so I'm not going to do much filming of the actual cleaning. It's boring to watch anyway. Look at the colour of that. I don't know what it is. You can't even see it in the carpet, but yeah, gross. Better up the hoover, I think, than on the carpet, so I'm happy about that. It's always satisfying when you can see that these cleaners are actually taking shit out of the carpet. Anyway, cracking on. That is rank. Right, I could spend all day doing that, but I think that's good enough for now. It's a massive improvement. Lots and lots and lots of dirty water. And carpets are clean. The only thing I need to do is clean those, but I'll do those off camera. Yeah, while the sun's shining, I'll make the most of it. Hopefully, if I leave all the car open, it should dry out pretty quickly. But I'll put the seats in last, and that'll give it a good chance to dry out, because nobody likes a damp car, do they? Right, what to do next then? I do still need to fit the cover on there, but I'm thinking that I'm going to need to jack the car up, and to do that I'm going to have to drive it onto a block, because I can't get my jack under it. And with no seat in it, that's going to be a little bit iffy. So yeah, I'll crack on and clean these, and then see what else I can do. I might actually try and clean the inside of that screen, because that's got the sticky crap on there. Right, just as I thought, window lean's not doing the job. It needs something a bit more hardcore on it. So I mean, it is breaking it down, but I'm going to be a long time cleaning that lot off. I guess I could try and scrub it with a stiff brush, maybe. No, it's not going to work. I'm going to have to use thinners. Oh well. I absolutely hate this stuff. As you can see, I don't use it very often. Try and avoid using it because it's just horribly toxic. I'm crazy with it. I'm just going to try and use a tiny bit to start with. Well, it's immediately getting it off, so that's good. I will have to vacuum this carpet again because all the bits of it are going everywhere. Right, I'm going to stop the video and crack on with this. This is ridiculously labour intensive, even with the thinners. I'm very, 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 very bored. But getting there. Probably another half an hour of this to go. You know when you sometimes ask yourself why you started a job and you think, I kind of wish I hadn't bothered. But at the end of the day, it will look better when it's done. So, not much more to go now. Finally, I think that's all of it off. So now I've got to clean it with some Windoline and hopefully it will start to look nice again. There's bound to be some bits that I've missed, but I won't really know until it's cleaned down properly. So let's crack on with that. I think I'll give the outside a clean now and see how it looks. Still a bit smeary here and there, but that's a marked improvement. That is miles better than that horrible shitty black stuff. That'll do for now, and I think it's going to be dry enough to put the new seats in. So let's go and do that. What I'll do when I finish bolting these seats down is give them a quick wipe with a leather cleaner. I've got some Furniture Clinic black restoration cream leather, so give it a good clean and then stick some of that Furniture Clinic stuff in and it should come out really well. The driver's seat's a little bit worn as you'd expect for a second-hand seat, but the passenger seat's like brand new really. I am very, very happy with those. I'm going to sit in it again, just because it makes me pleased with myself. I need a cup of tea. So hot. I don't know what you use to clean leather, but I find that this Wheeler's stuff's really good for an initial, you know, if you want to just get some ingrained dirt out, give it a bit of a spritz. And then agitate it in. Like I said before, I'm not really much of a detailing freak. I like to have a clean car, but these have been in storage for a while, so they're a bit dusty. And I suppose I should have cleaned them outside of the car really, but in some ways it's easier to just do it when they're bolted in. I'm not even convinced that this is actually real leather, to be honest. It's okay, but it feels a bit plasticky. But I prefer original seats. I know a lot of people change their Corvette C5 seats for bucket seats and whatnot, but I just prefer the original seats really. So I'll just put up with, you know, that's the way it is. These cars were built to a price, and the seat's absolutely fine. It's very comfortable. Hopefully you'll agree, that looks really quite nice. Yep, definitely happy with that. I'll give the drivers one a once over. And that is a definite improvement. Best of all, these seats were free. So I do explain in one of my earlier videos where I got them from. So if you're interested in finding out how I got them for free, check out my other videos. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day there. So thanks for watching. If you want to see more content on this car, I have got some more videos coming soon. I've got to sort the stereo out and do a few jobs in the door cards, because I've got a bit of a window rattle on the windows, which I think I know how to sort, but I've got to fit some speakers and get the head unit working. And that is pretty much really it, apart from I would like to get the wheels refurbished. What colour do you think I should do them? Bright silver is probably the most sensible choice, but I do like gold wheels, so I'd be tempted to get them done in gold, but maybe that's a little bit too over the top, I don't know. Or white perhaps. But yeah, stick around, and if you like what you've seen, I know I'm probably quite boring and chuntering on and all that, but if you do like it, then I'd appreciate your support by subscribing to the channel, leaving a comment, and giving us a thumbs up. See you around for the next one.